I've had some questions about how to record or get captures from the game that you're working on so you can put in your portfolio or whatever you need to do, even videos if you want to show gameplay for designers and stuff. So the way we do that is pretty simple, but I want to make sure everybody understands how to do it, so I'm just going to walk through right now. What we need to do is we need to add a new package to our Unity here. It's really simple. You can look down here into Unity Recorder if you want, or if you can't find it for whatever reason, you can always just type in Unity, and then, or actually I think I just type in Recorder. There it shows up, and then we're going to install it. As always, it takes a few seconds. And then close that up. So now that we close it up, we can take a look at what needs to do next. All we need to do is go into the window, go into our general, and then recorder, and then recorder window. You can open this up and take a look at this, and you can see right here by default it's going to have, you know, a bunch of settings that we really don't have any control over, it looks like, but that's because we still have to add the recorder. So we just click this button and we call it an image sequence for our case, because artists really just want to see the shots. So we take that and we change this from game view, which is the view that's going to be right here. We can leave that there. JPEG, if you want it to be a JPEG or a PNG or whatever you want. If you want EXR, if you want to do a panorama, you can do an EXR. We'll leave this as take frame. We're going to change the size right here, and we're going to just do 8K. Why not? It's huge. We're going to clean it up. Constantly 30 frames a second. You can do a single frame. Now this is where it's going to start and end. You'll see that I have it set. We can set it to take frame number, and then it should close down. Cap FPS doesn't really matter. That doesn't matter. And we're going to say exit play mode once you're done taking the picture. So usually what I do is I target 30 frames a second, since it's so after a second, and just to make sure there's no UI. But if there's UI and stuff, you're going to want to make it somewhere else. And then you're going to go ahead and say start recording. And you'll see it'll change to the game camera, and then it's gone. Now it's done. It's already closed down. You'll see the game has stopped. It's captured the image. Now it said it captured the image here, VGA Summer Recordings. If I come down here and look inside of the assets folder, there is no recordings folder. So what's up? Well, what's up is I didn't save it into the assets. First off, that's one thing. So assets, it's right here. I didn't go all the way down to assets. If we look at my VGA Summer 1, as this is listed, you can see that there is outside of assets recordings. If I wanted it to be inside of that folder, I could do that too. But once I did that, I can check here, and there's the image. We can double click on it and see there it is. The last thing I want to show you real quick, and obviously you can do this for sequences too. Okay, you can change it to however many sequences you want, and I think you can probably mess with some time amount that you want to set up too. But the other thing I'm going to show you is, what if this isn't the camera? What if it's a game camera and you want to change the game camera to something else? So this is the main camera right here. Let me show you how to do that. I'm going to go ahead, create 3D or create a camera right here. And I'm going to come over to this camera, and I'm going to, first off, game object, just say align with the view, and then come to here and move to the view. So we know that if I go to that game camera, it should be, you know, perfectly aligned to this. And what I can do is change which game camera it's using. So I come over here and I say output, and I change it to output display 2. Then if I come to the game window and I change the display from display 1 to display 2, you see it's going to be there. Now obviously it didn't work the way we wanted it to, so I'm just going to do it by hand. I'm going to go ahead and turn my gizmo on so I can see it, and then I'm just going to move it to where I want it to be, just so it's a little bit different than the last one. And just go way up and over and up and over. So we get something that looks more like this, maybe. Okay, so we have that, and then we have the other one. So if I came back to game camera and I changed display 2 to display 1, that's the original, this is the new one. Okay, so all I have to do, I don't have to change anything in here, because game view is what I have it set to here. So if I have it set to display 2 here, and then I press play, it's going to record the game window that's being set to display. So I'm going to say start recording, and it's going to take 30 frames, which is like a second. And then it's going to close, turn it off, and then I'm back out. I'll come back to here, I'll see I have 2 frames now. One is this one, and one is this one. So I have 2 different frames, so that way you can set up a bunch of different cameras if you want to do different shots, and go from there. And that's it. That's all you have to do.